Hello and welcome to Minister Cho's Estate, Henchman Vanquish. I'm on my Shing Jea bound character that has not left Shing Jea Island. I have 45 armor. My my lips are really dry. I just like stuck to my teeth for a second. That's why I said foof or whatever the fuck I just said. Alright, so we're going to be vanquishing Minister Cho's Estate. The idea behind this build is that I have Armor of Earth. I boost my attributes with elemental attunements. In this case, I'm running Holy Veil because these Mesmers use Stolen Speed, which is extremely annoying. So I'm just going to throw that on myself to kind of passively shut them down, and I can release it to remove a hex, almost said an enchantment. Alright, so this like initial mob is actually very annoying. It has 2 Mesmers and a Starburst Ellie, so what I'm going to do is like flag my guys back because I don't want to over aggro this whole group. And we'll see if we can fight them one at a time. If I can pull the Starburster, that's fine. This build is kind of like a compressed meteor build. I'm using Breath of Fire to scatter things on purpose with the intention of CCing them with Breath of Fire, and then it opens up... let's see. Okay, they haven't cast... Okay, we're getting fucked up, actually. Probably should get out of the Starburst range. I think Teia's getting messed up. Oops. Oh, that... Shit. They immediately reapplied the hex. This is probably going to be the most annoying group. Oh, let me kill this. See if we can get this down. Damn it. I'm not used to veiling, so... Alright, this will be easy to kill, though. This is, I think, the only group that has this, so I'm not sure I should even bring Holy Veil, to be honest. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of hyped to finish Minister Cho's, then Jaya, and then Zendaijin, because after I finish those, I can move this character to the mainland, and I'm going to Henchman Vanquish all of Kantha with this character, so it should be fun. Okay. I think that is the only group that has Mesmers, so Holy Veil probably was a weak choice for this Vanquish. I probably should have just doubled down on healing, to be honest. So, this is going to drop Pain. I'm going to throw CC on this. Then throw damage on this one. Let's kill the Scribe. This team comp is actually pretty good. Lucas provides tanking with being a warrior plus watch yourself. And Asen has Shadow Song, which helps mitigate physical, and then Teia just heals, and then I'm just kind of tanky, so I get ignored even though I have very low health. They don't really have too heavy of enchant removal. I think Holy Veil actually was straight up a mistake for this comp. I think that initial mob got me thinking that like there were a ton of Mesmers in this Vanquish. There's a few, but there's only like 2 groups, and they're going to be annoying no matter what, so here, let's put the fear of God in these young whippersnappers. Okay, let's get him trapped in this. He should die. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, luckily we can outlast the other Ellie. The big upside of Breath of Fire is it's fat AoE on demand. Oh, looks like we over aggroed. Healer's down. Okay, that's actually good that it landed here. If I can get a knockdown. Shit, he's shove. Yeah, I don't think I can... Oh, he Primal Rage. I might be able to kill him. Nah, he's good. Yeah, he's like 4. I'm actually going to rezone. Alright, let's change this comp a little bit. I think my original build with Meteor is best. It's really hard, like it seems like whenever I change this, it just ends up hurting the build. This is the build. The Bed of Coal's Meteor combo is so effective. Okay, I was trying to flag them individually, but you can't do that with Henchmen. Alright, so this comp is probably the best. I can't really do anything better than this. For factions only. Okay, so all I can really do in this situation... Alright, I'm gonna try to meteor them right away. They already got stolen speed off, unfortunately, but then Starburst is coming in like 5 seconds. And I'm stolen speed. Oh. No. Save me. Crap. Oh, we have to retreat. Tactical retreat. I don't want to over aggro, that's why. I'm not going to cast AoEs. I'll just hit him with Flare. There we go. Alright, we avoided double aggro. That's huge. And no one died. Luckily they don't have interrupts, otherwise this would be annoying. Alright, I can probably body block the... Oh, there's just 2. Alright, that's not bad. Got a scribe. I'll wait for him to get close, and then I'll cast this. Of course, shoves me. Rude. I'll knock him down. Very standard gameplay here. Okay, things are going a little bit better. Alright, I'm going to kill this group before I tackle this group, because the last time I made the mistake of kind of getting pincered. I'm not going to bother picking up junk. Oh, okay, I didn't realize these dudes run and these dudes are like this. Alright, I'm going to pull this group using this bridge. So there's a servant, which is the fire guy. I'll just pull him now. Oh, okay, we over aggroed. I'm just gonna step here, get him to get knocked down by the motion of the rocks, as it were. I'm trying to target this, but it's not letting me. I have no idea why. It's just like not letting me target that servant. Alright, here we go. See, this is ideal. Now they can't really fuck with my backline and I can just wail on them. This is why I like Ellie. Like, I played a lot of Soldier in TF2 and it's super satisfying to get fat damage numbers and to get AoEs off. And Mesmer is... Ooh, that's interesting. What is that? It's probably not going to be good, but I'll take any gold the game gives me. Let's see, it's probably junk. Yeah. It's whatever though, it's free. Can't complain. Do we have favor? Oh, we do. 1 minute. DPS this down. Lucas is actually quite good. He has a very balanced build. He has some decent, like, unconditional damage. I don't think he uses a stance. So he just, like, whacks dudes for, like, plus 30. He uses Watch Yourself, which is extremely powerful for a hero. Unfortunately, the default warrior becomes Talon Silverwing after Lucas, so, like, in the city. So I won't have Watch Yourself to work with. I'm gonna get... I already got stolen speeded. This is slow down. Alright, okay, he's killing us pretty effectively. Alright, that's dead. These are gonna be probably like the biggest problem groups, to be honest. Like, stolen speed shuts down like half my team in a big way. So wiping's gonna happen with doing this. I probably should have focused the one guy, or at least threw Firestorm down on the Mesmers. Firestorm is so strong. Like, against 60 armor, it just straight up does, like, 430 damage. So combined with Lucas and a Flare or two, like, just one single Firestorm can kill, like, a group of offensive enemies. So, yeah. We'll get our revenge, though. Plus 60 armor. Alright, looks like they're coming up this way. I think they stop here. So here's what I'm gonna do. Hit him with the good old... Oh, they split. At least I'll kill one. Yeah, that one's doomed. Alright, I'll throw this down on him. Alright, so now we just have to be methodical. Start picking these groups apart. Near the end, it's going to get hard. There's like some afflicted Ellies that have some crazy skills. Alright, let's pick up this junk. I might as well do the Oni spawns in the off chance I get something cool. Oni are actually one of the worst things to get Oni blades. If you want Oni blades, you want to do chest running in the Forbidden Palace or whatever it's called. Alright, these things are easy because they just kill themselves with Primal Rage. You can just throw down an AoE like this, especially if these are aggroing. Oh, they aren't. Okay. I thought those were aggroing with this. There they go. Just throw down Churning Earth. If they go to scatter, they get knocked down in it. The only thing these drop are tomes, which is weird. If I had to guess, ArenaNet removed drops for them because they were super easy to farm. They still are, but they don't drop anything, so you don't really get anything from farming them. So I'm going to be doing some other videos where I will be chest running normal mode. Now I'm not going to show me chest running normal mode for like 1,000 chests, but what I want to do is keep running normal mode chests until I get a nice Q8. And that could take a while because I've opened like over 1,000 and I've gotten a single max Q8, but it was daggers, and daggers don't drop max damage. So max Q8 daggers are 6 to 16, I think. Or no, 7 to 16. That's post-nerf. Pre-nerf ones, there you can find max Q8 daggers that are 7 to 17 damage, but post-nerf, they don't drop max anymore in Q8. Look at that. 200 damage to Primal Rage. It's nuts. This one shouldn't be too hard. The part that will be hard will definitely be the Ellies, and there's like an assassin boss, I believe, that's going to be annoying. But if I combine Churning Earth, Firestorm, Bed of Coals, and Meteor, that's like the one of the fattest combos in the game. It'll deal an insane amount of damage, and like the enemies just get stuck in it. So here's like a perfect example. Let's see if I can get them. The cool thing is this combos with Bed of Coals. If they try to move, they just get knocked down into the Bed of Coals, which is nice. Alright, so you can see we're getting some fat damage off. I'll clean up this area, and then there's like a path this way. Get this lone bear. Okay. This Vanquish is actually somewhat large. There's this cool section in the water that I've always liked. It's pretty fun. I'm basically going to be chest running while I have like AFK and RuneScape. To like, I have 3 accounts, which is pretty normal, to be honest. Like if you're a RuneScape player, you always have like a main. You have like I don't have an Iron Man, but a lot of people have irons. You have like a main. Maybe a voider, and then like maybe a pure, and I have those are my accounts. So while I AFK, I'm just gonna be chest running with a madman. So I'll have my voider's almost 99 range, which is the max level if you don't play RuneScape. But I'm gonna be chest running basically just for giveaways. So every time I hit like a milestone on this channel, I'll do like a video where I do like just do arm brace giveaways, and I'll try to do at least 5 for the next one when I hit 1,000 subs. Because personally, I don't need money in the game because I have all the skins I want. Like right now I have a bow staff. It's Q10, but it's nice. Like I like it. It's cool. It's 2020 fire. So, and I have a bow staff on my Mesmer. I just got a fire or a dragon staff and then a platinum dom staff for cheap, like high rec ones. So I don't really need money in the game. So any chest running I do, the profits will just go basically back to the community because, like I said, I just don't need it. So it doesn't bother me at all to do giveaways. And I think it's kind of fun because, like, you know, it's hype. Like if I would like post a comment and stuff if I was like, you know, you can win arms. So I'll probably do it like 5 arm brace giveaway. There'll be 1 person that wins 3 and 2 people that win 1. So that way, or maybe I'll do 6 and it'll be the person who wins the first prize gets like 3 arms. The person that gets second gets 2, and then the person that gets third gets 1. So that way, it's like a substantial giveaway every time. Because like nowadays, like ectos are still worth a decent amount, But like, if you want a nice skin, you have to pay in arms, and if you want an extremely nice skin, you have to pay in like tons of like a lot of arms. So I think I want it to be substantial, and maybe I do nice skin giveaways in the future where I give away some nice OS skins or something. I think that could be fun too, and for like lesser giveaways, like at the end of videos. So instead of like meeting a big milestone, it'll just be like a giveaway for fun. I'm running low on mana. I don't know why they call it energy. I mean, I guess it makes sense because like if like a warrior doesn't use energy to hit you with a sword, or I'm sorry, mana. I totally fucked that up. I basically just like said it wrong. All right. So here's the combo. I love this combo. One of them scattered, but two got stuck in it. Now they're getting, destroyed, as it were. People say Firestorm sucks. Honestly, I think people just use it wrong. You have to combine it with Meteor. If you have a Psychic Instability Mesmer on your team, Ellie is quite strong, to be honest. If there's not like high armor versus fire, like there's no arguing against that. If there's high armor versus fire, then fire is not good. But if you have a Psychic Instability Mesmer on your team, or like some kind of spammy knockdown, and you're running Firestorm, you can easily get like 400 plus damage off per Firestorm against 60 armor. So it can be good circumstantially. I think the problem with this game is that when they were designing it, they had this notion of like elemental like damage mattering, but then when it actually came down to what actually happens with elemental damage, it ended up not being implemented correctly. Oh, that's unfortunate. He just like stutter stepped through that shit. Alright, let's see if we can... No, Lucas! No! My baby boy. They killed my boy. But they didn't like implement... Like destroyers have less armor versus frost damage, but they don't have that much less. Like if it was substantial, if everything was balanced around like forcing like elementalists to switch elements for game design purposes, I think we would have a much more interesting metagame, and I think the game would be better for it. But because destroyers aren't like critically weak to like water damage, like cold damage, that the game it's like half-assed. Like what I would do if I were them, like Ellie doesn't necessarily need a buff, they just need to rework the way elemental damage is factored in. Because the big upside to this is that other classes would be more viable too, because you can run cold damage modifier as a warrior, assassin, dervish, whatever, and if enemies were critically weak against a certain thing, you would encourage variety of gameplay, which I think would be cool. But obviously the team is like a skeleton crew, and who knows if we're going to get any updates anytime soon. You know, it's really hard to say what updates are coming, if any, because we did get the anniversary update, which was huge, and they did add quite a bit. So who's to say we don't get updates? But I would like to see the like things get reworked in some fashion. I think Mesmer's too strong right now too. This is more of like some game discussion now, and it's not strong because of let me think about what I'm saying before I say it. I think the Mesmer issue is that it was terrible for the longest time, and they overtuned it. So there are problems with Mesmer still, though. Like Ellie can splash Earth to become tanky, and can splash secondaries to do like a lot of things in terms of utility that Mesmer can't do. Like Ellie's high energy pool lets it get away with a lot, whereas Mesmer splashing secondaries, like Mesmer already has like inherent energy problems, which is why BIP is such a thing. If you had a team of all Ellies, the downside would be is you'd have less control and consistent damage, but more energy efficiency and secondary utilization. So you could have better secondaries and splashing. But obviously the inconsistent Ellie damage is really the thing that's preventing it from just being the best class in the game, in my opinion. Because like a Prot Ellie is actually very strong. It has like insane energy. And if you're a player playing as it, you have like like you can run Elemental Lord and what is it? Aura of Restoration, and every spell returns 2 energy and self heals, which is insane. Plus having like 90 energy, and then you can even run stuff like Selfless Spirit for even more energy management. And plus Ellie has some of the most ridiculous energy management skills in the game. But aside from energy management and big energy pool, Ellie does bring damage in some situations. But obviously, if you go right now to like Master of Damage and DPS test, just like a Energy Surge Mesmer, its damage isn't the best. What really pushes it over the edge is the burst and the fact that it's like 4 times mistrusts going off at the same time. Like that's really more of what it is. Like individually the build is okay, but in a group it just does virtually unconditional damage. The problem with Mesmer is that it was never designed to deal unconditional damage, and the fact that they just gave it unconditional armor ignoring damage is what made it essentially one of the best speed clearing classes in the game. And there are other classes that are really strong too, like Assassin and Dervish are exceptionally strong. There's some Ranger speed clears and shit like that. But the fact that they just basically gave it like a ton of unconditional damage, because Mistrust, even though it's conditional, is basically unconditional. Enemies are going to cast spells on you, and you know what enemies have, so it's not like you're going in blind where it's like a question, does this have a spell? Like I know this Necromancer has offensive spells. Right now it would have gotten mistrusted. I could Cry of Frustration, that's easy. I could overload into Cry the 2-second spell, the 2-second duration casting time spells or whatever. So like you know ahead of time that like the build is gonna work. And Shatter Hex is like a weird skill. I feel like it's not broken, but it's just strange. I'm not sure I quite understand why it exists. Like this, like it does like 120 armor ignoring damage nearby on hex removal. It's just a strange skill, right? Because it's almost like a monk skill. It's literally like a Smiting Prayers type skill, but it's not. So it's, I don't know, it's strange. Honestly, I think Shatter Hex, or I'm sorry, is it Shatter Hex? Hold on, wait. Hold on. Shatter Hex is what? I might be having 2 skills confused, or at least the name, because they're similar in function. There's a skill that basically nukes a Mesmer Hex on a target, and then there's a skill that hits nearby. I think it's called Shatter Hex. I don't remember what the other one's called. I can't, because I've been playing factions only, so I forget some of these spell names. I'm pretty sure Shatter Hex is the nearby one, but I could be wrong. I can't remember the name of the Prophecies Mesmer Domination skill. I want to say it's Shatter Hex, but I don't know. Oh, I can look this shit up in a second. I don't have a phone near me. Alright. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I was right. It was Shatter Hex, and the other skill is Shatter Delusions. I remember they both had Shatter in the name, but I couldn't remember the second word of the spell. So yeah, Shatter Delusions is what I was thinking of as the one that's like conditional damage. Yeah, it's very strange though, like the way the meta game evolved, because you need hex removal. So hex removal with nearby damage is crazy. And honestly, like I've played with people running Mesmerway, and I've tried a factions only Mesmerway, and the upside is when things are going well, they're going exceptionally well. And then when they go poorly, like if you over aggro or the enemies are too spread out, Mesmerway falls apart it's like a paper tiger almost. It just like fucking collapses in on itself. Like it's kind of crazy how fast a Mesmerway comp collapses, because the issue with Mesmerway is that yes, it has this armor ignoring damage. Wow, I just got a Q8, but it has no you know, no inscription slot. It's just a straight up Q8 shield, which is kind of neat. I'll merch this, obviously. The interesting thing is, like, once Mesmers are under fire and they're being like pincered, or they're being like the enemies are spread out and their AoEs are not nuking enemies down, they die so fast. Like I was literally coaching a dude who breezed through most Vanquishes, hard mode. Well, obviously it's hard mode, it's Vanquishing. He breezed through most Vanquishes using Mesmerway and was doing Winds of Change, was having a hard time, and I pinged him a bunch of like Churning Earth, Bed of Coals, Meteor, Flayer builds, and he beat the content, no issues. It just took a little bit longer than it would have Mesmerway, but he was consistently wiping. So the issue is with Mesmer Way is, yes, you have damage, but you do not have as much utility. Like, having 3 churning earths in a fight is insane. Like, you have so much control. You basically just buy your team like 6 seconds of time if enemies are stuck in it, because they just keep getting re-knocked down, and it allows your healers to kite, and it's a very powerful skill. So like right now, for example, if I do something like this, I did that on purpose. They get oops, and I missed anyways. All right, so here they come. I died, but I probably could have meteored earlier. I probably should have firestormed, but let's see if they can clean this up. All right, I'm low on energy. I just need to flare some of these. Shadow form, huh? Too bad that doesn't protect against adjacent. All right, but you get the point, right? Like, under fire, Mesmer Way does collapse rapidly, which is why in speed clears people have to be positioned very precisely, and they use like tanks and shit to draw enemies into a ball, and then they just nuke the ball. So, but like when you're playing like Winds of Change, it can fall apart when it's under fire. So I guess in a way it is kind of balanced, because Ellie can become quite tanky with like Armor of Earth, and if you can prevent it from being torn down by like Necros and stuff, it can be quite powerful. Alright, let's see how this AoE plays out. Yeah, look at that. They try to run, they get knocked down. Sometimes they get out, but like they usually don't. And a fleeing enemy is not attacking you, so it's essentially crowd control. And it relieves pressure on your backline. That's the important thing. I feel like this is undervalued in Ellie. The ability to remove pressure from the backline by forcing enemies to flee and kite. Or, best case scenario, they stand inside of the firestorm and just soak up 400 damage, which is quite insane. Which happens sometimes. An enemy casting a skill while in an AoE will stop fleeing if it hits the third proc. Yeah, let's see. So he's being knocked down. Hit them with a nice little meteor. So now they have to go into a firestorm to come back, which is nice, because it kind of like protects dudes from pressure. Helps mitigate damage. Sometimes offense truly is the best defense. I mean, that's the idea of Mesmer Way too, where it's like you just keep preventing the enemy from doing things to the point where they have to just simply die. The issue is kind of dumb though, right? Like, with Mesmer Way, because like Mistrust and Cry of Frustration are some of the most broken skills in the game, and on a player they're fine because the player has to use judgment, and the player has to keep track of all the different variables, like who's going to cast a spell on me and like when to Cry of Frustration, whereas like AI just doesn't even think and just does it. So I think on a player these things are fine, because then it's like skill gap, but on AI that almost like can't fail. I mean, they do fail interrupts sometimes for whatever reason, but like for the most part, I've had spells interrupted like, wait, hold on, like that. Like as soon as I cast it, it's been interrupted by like an enemy Mesmer, because they have like inhuman reaction time. Whereas to do that as a player, you'd have to predict they're going to use it and like pre-cast the interrupt, which is possible and does happen, but it's hard to do. All right, so so I did die. Stupidly. I would love for this game to get updates. I don't think it's going to, and that's fine, but I would love to see that happen. Making sure I have line of sight sometimes can be pretty annoying to hit things. So when enemies are spread out, you can just lay down an AoE to pressure something away. So like just like CCs him and it pushes them away from your backline, which is important. Casting while obstructed. 10,000 IQ moves. I'm gonna do this hard part first, and then go back to the easy part, because I can relinquish DP by doing that. So. Generally, meteoring someone who's in Bed of Coals always works. Sometimes it doesn't, but it almost always does. And then when they go to flee, they've already taken all the damage from the AoE. and they just basically get CC'd for free after they've eaten all the damage. Alright. I would love to like be like a Lucas role and do Henchman Vanquishing, but I don't think it would be very viable. I could run like Save Yourselves, but I'd have to just be like maintaining Save Yourselves like a madman, and it would be like grindy fights that take forever because the AI doesn't have optimal damage builds. Like fire damage is super powerful in factions. In other campaigns it can be quite bad, but in factions it's decent. Let's see if he flees. Do it. Oh, he didn't. Now he does. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with here. Seeking Arrows. An interesting skill in theory, but not in practice. I don't know why Quick Shot's not unblockable. It's an elite skill you can spam, but it's like it has no effects aside from being faster. I feel like it should be unblockable and have like plus 10 damage. I think that would be fine. Like things like Glassed Arrows and Barrage exist, so I think it's only fair. Let's see if we can get the CC. We got it by force. Sometimes they scatter and then get knocked down into Bed of Coals from Churning Earth, which is nice. To clear out the cave first, I guess we'll do it. This is Oni 1. I do have all the Oni positions memorized in Shing Jea Island. Don't ask why. I have done that. Here, I'll hug him. Alright, so we're halfway through. Not bad. Jaya Bluff should be very easy because it's a 6-man Vanquish and the heroes, or the henchmen, are a little bit better. They have better builds that are more optimized. And there's also Minion Master. Like Sue is a straight up Minion Master, so that's a huge advantage. So I'm not too worried about that. I did almost beat Zen Daijin. I wiped on the last boss because my entire party ate a... what is it? What's the skill? Not Spirit Bond. Spirit Rift. They ate a Spiritual Rift or a Spirit Rift or whatever and from the boss, and it just killed them all instantly, and I was like, oh, shit. So that happened. Unfortunately, I can't change professions because I would just run Complicate and Cry of Frustration as secondaries, so that way I could interrupt, I could disable Spirit Rift, and then I could interrupt like Spirit Burn or something, just to like kind of passively help shut down the big bad boss. Yeah, look at this. They're just running away, doing nothing. And I just get to hit them with spells for free. And then if they try to come back, they can have a nice Firestorm. See, this is the effect of AoE that people don't talk about. This enemy has done nothing for like 10 seconds. And it's still doing nothing. Like, people act like scatter is objectively bad, but that's not the case. I think it's misunderstood. But honestly, this is like unintentional, where like you can have enemies scatter multiple times. Alright, so, oh wait, hold on, this is a somewhat precarious situation with Ellie. The Ellie has Mind Burn, which in hard mode is mega damage. Alright, let's just do this simply. Okay, I'm tanky, so I took like no damage from that. I have to get this off or they're probably going to live for a while. And we did. Fantastic. Yeah, there's nothing can survive being knocked down into all that spam. Like, you're dead. If you get knocked down into Firestorm and Bed of Coals with a meteor, the meteors that's knocking you down for 140, you are what is known in the industry as mega dead. As you can see here, these are the effects of mega death. You can see his face is planted right into the ground in a most embarrassing and humiliating way. And this guy's face is in his stomach, so that's pretty crazy. Quite insane. Check out this cool little shrine. Actually, this is the cool shrine. That's the mini shrine. I'm actually a big fan of Elemental Attainment. Like, it seems like this is a skill no one really runs, as far as I can tell. But it boosts your attributes by 2, which increases your damage. So that's like... And then you can run, like, an Earth fire build, which is quite effective. And you can see here, I'm 19 fire magic and 15 earth. I'm plus 60 armor from armor of earth, which is insane. So it's not bad. And then my churning earth hits for 40 nearby, which is quite good, causing knockdown on faster moving, which is every hard mode enemy. So it's pretty solid build. Honestly, like, this is probably, I mean, depending on what you're running, like if you're in a team comp where things die really fast, or you have a bunch of players in your team, this isn't the best comp, because you basically just want to just vomit burst damage for like 2 or 3 seconds, kill things, and then move on to the next group. So like Starburst really excels and things like that. Like you just Shadow Step in or dash in and then just Starburst things and then throw yourself a little party because you just killed a group of enemies really fast. But for playing the game with like restrictions, limitations, or, you know, I guess like an overall challenge where it feels more like the original game. And what do I mean by that? Like I actually played this game like Factions when it launched. And this feels like more of what it was like back in the day, where you're just like casting spells and using skills and like interrupting things, whatever, knocking things down. Like a lot of the PvE skills really ruined the core balance of the game. And they're already here and they've been here for a while, so like to change them now would be stupid. And there's content that is so ridiculous with like how resistant to damage enemies are, it almost is required to use PvE skills. So I think the purity of the game was essentially ruined with Eye of the North, specifically because of PvE skills. Because, like, the enemies use the same skills as you. So in order to buff skills, if they buff certain skills, that means you're buffing enemies, which is actually probably fine in my opinion. Because, like, I would rather it be as close to an even playing field as possible and a good challenge than it be this thing where, like, you have access to, like, elite quality PvE skills. Like Save Yourselves, if we're being honest, is better than most elite skills, and it is not an elite skill. It would be one thing if these were tied to attributes, like if the PvE skills were tied to attributes, and ones that were extremely good would be balanced. Like for example, Save Yourselves would be considered an elite skill. I think that would be fine, and it was like tied to like tactics or something, or strength or whatever. Actually, tying it to strength would make the most sense. But because it's not balanced, we have this like weird system where like PvE is kind of like an afterthought. Like they rigidly balance PvP, and PvE is just like this whatever, you know, go grind out some titles, kid, have fun type of experience where they obviously weren't extremely concerned with the game design and balance. It was like an afterthought, and it kind of shows. Oh, I didn't realize this dude was here. He needs to die now before he kills my... Alright, here we go. Primal Rage, good. That Firestorm's doing a lot of work. That's the other big upside of Firestorm. It's like you just put it on an enemy and now they're almost dead. Like if they want to cast spells and contribute to the fight without scattering, they're gonna die. That's what Firestorm is as a skill. It's like, oh, you want to do things? Well, the cost of that is your life. And that's why I love it. We need more 10-second AoEs. I'm going to petition ArenaNet for 10-second AoEs. Look at that. They want to contribute to the fight, get knocked down multiple times. Here, have a Firestorm. Get some self-healing going. There's definitely a lot to this game, and I would say I love this game. This is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Here's how many hours I have just on this account. 715 hours on a new account. Because I did all this YouTube stuff, all this Factions only shit. That's crazy. On my main account, I have like 3,000 hours. Like 3,500 or something. So like that's how fun this game is. I can legitimately play it for thousands of hours and it still has something to offer. And the only thing that changed is I just started making up little challenges. Yeah. I'm actually surprised at how easy this is right now. I remember this being... Oh yeah, that's right. I did this duo. That's why. I did a duo Vanquish on this recently. I was like, why does this feel so easy? Because like I did a duo Vanquish on my Ellie. It was just my Ellie and a hero, a monk hero, and that was it. And I'm like, this is actually going pretty smoothly. It's like, oh yeah, because I had 2 fucking people last time. Here we go. Oh, he ran out of it. That's bad. At least he gets meteored. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, Meteor's crazy, dude. Meteor's the shit. Yeah, like, I've shipped 5 games solo, and all of my games are, for the most part, rigidly balanced. The only game that isn't extremely balanced is the game Masked Veil, because it has a lot of randomness, but the first 5, or, like, I would say the first 5 characters, I think there's 6 total, are rigidly balanced, and you have to learn them and be good with them. And then, like, the 6th character is a little bit overpowered, but you have to literally master the game and beat hard shit in order to even get to that character. Oh, I'm done. Oh, wait. Here we go. This is an opportunity. Oh, shit. We're gonna wipe here. We might kill some of them, but we're wiping here. There's too many starbursts. I'm gonna kill what I can, but there's too much. Too many starbursters. There's literally 2 over aggro. Classic over aggro. We killed one of them. Unfortunate. I'll have to be a little bit smarter. Yeah, that was super preventable. That's 100% my fault. And that's what I like a game to be. If you fail, I want it to be your fault, then obviously it's your fault. It's not like, oh, these henchmen suck. No, they don't suck. We're fucking these dudes up. These henchmen are actually quite good. So, next time you say henchmen suck, it's probably just your fault, to be honest. I mean, there's other things too, right? Like, if you're an assassin and you're running henchmen, you're going to have a hard time. If you're a caster and you're running henchmen, you can do okay. That's really the difference. So, like, right now, for example, just get them some nice earth to churn in. It's like churning butter. Here, I'll just throw this down. This one's, like, lost its mind. It doesn't even know what it's doing. Okay, cool. This is like here. This one doesn't even know what it's... Look at it. Look at this sickened peasant. Alright, there it goes. It's committing. Then it gets immediately knocked down. Oh, it knocks itself down. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can do the bed of coals. Nope. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. It's like a headless chicken. Doesn't know what it's doing. Let's get this lock chest. Get a nice... I'm going to make a prediction. I'll get a Q12 Earth Wand with 1 mod. Anyone who's chest run for a while knows why that's funny, because you get shit like that all the time. That's like the main drop. The Earth Wand drop. Okay, let's see what we got. Ooh, a Q11 hand axe, purple. That was close. All right, that's the reality of chest running. Like you get a lot of junk, to be honest. You make money over time for sure. If you chest run an area, or if you chest run a chest that drops elite tomes plus OS, you will generally profit just off of the elite tomes. And if you get OS skins, then obviously it can be bank. Let's do this. I want to see if I can pull this off. Yes, we did it. He got knocked down into it. And meteored. Oh, that was perfect. Except for that waste of Firestorm. Well, actually, let's see if it was a waste. We over aggro? Where did I just get? Oh, I got spirit burned by the... Okay, that's fine. Kill this? Oh, shit. Retreat? Should be close. They should start running away soon. The Rit has hard res. Let's see if we can save. Oh, what the hell? Where did these come from? Alright. We might die here. I'm just gonna let him die. It's whatever. At this point. I didn't realize there was a group here. You don't have good visibility when you're dead. I knew they were like patrolling here, but I didn't realize it'd be right here. I should have pulled them this way. That's my fault again. Shove. Like, I love the design of this game, but like if everything were more balanced, I think it would be better. And I would like there to be more skill-based elements. Like Ellie, the main skill for Ellie is just like getting things balled up, casting your skills in order. Like you can knock down sequence, which is interesting. Like churning earth into bed of coals if they get knocked down into the bed of coals, and then as they're getting up, they get meteored. You can do shit like that. So it's like it's not as hard as interrupting as Mesmer, but it's definitely not brainless. Like, there's definitely something to it. So like right now, I put down some AoEs to put damage on them, and then this died over time from an AoE. It basically just killed itself by attacking me, and then I DPS down the thing with high health. So it's like an example of like Ellie intuition. I mean, this is like a general game sense thing where like you have to track targets. Like Mesmers have to do this too. You have to like be aware. But there's not like this play off of AoEs, except if you use Chaos Storm, but that's one skill. So like I have 3 AoEs here. And for example, I could do something like this. Let's see if this works. Oh, I don't have healing. Cool, Plagueborn Scepter. Q13 fire. Or I'm sorry, water. That'll be annoying, the sickened scribes. I'm sick of these scribes. These sickened scribes. Alright, the smart thing to do would be like this. Because there's like 2 patrolling. Okay, we aggroed them. Here, I have a firestorm. Alright, let's see if we can make this happen. Alright, Taya died. But both of them died too. We should be getting res soon. Yeah, she's res, great. I'm gonna come over here. Drop some flares down. Lucas was returning to us, so I pinged it so he would attack it. Because sometimes heroes and henchmen are dumb. Yeah, like right there. Wait, what is he doing? Is he like... Kill it, dude. Kill it! What are you doing? What is he doing? He just keeps running back and forth. Alright, I'm gonna get revenge on these boys. These bars. Alright, so the scribe's gonna get this. I think these dudes have Enrage Smash, which is actually... Oh crap, this is a problem. I have to run up so she doesn't... Okay, there we go. So she casts on me. Because what would happen is she'd run forward and cast a spell on one of us and then get out of Firestorm. But now she's just gonna eat the Firestorm if she wants to contribute at all. And, you know, passively get shut down to some degree. Alright, I'm getting DPS'd hard. Alright, I'm gonna retreat for a second. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna tackle this hard area. I'm gonna try to pull this group. These dudes seem to be bros now. Now that one of their guys died, they're like buddy-buddy. Oh, wait, actually, this group extends. I remember this. This group extends way beyond. I'm gonna attack them this way, so if they scatter not towards that group. And I'm gonna do this, too, to show them some love. Oh, that was good. They balled up like that. That's super convenient. Okay, cool. Alright, so now we can just pick this group off, hit this group. There's some groups on the island, and then just finish up with killing the animal groups, which are the easiest because they have no skills and they don't even deal good damage. And that's it for this one. I'll still talk about like different things about the game. Alright, so I do want to know, do any of you play RuneScape? Like any of the people who follow me for Guild Wars, do any of you play RuneScape? Because it's actually... There's a lot of similarities. It doesn't have like skill-based mechanics like this game, but there's definitely an overlap with like chest running to me is a lot like farming for items in RuneScape. So there's like some big similarities there in the way and just like how you invest in titles and like spend a lot of time raising titles, you invest in like getting 99. So there's like a lot of like time sink grinding for stats and grinding for items and achievement type things. but I think they're pretty similar. So, like, if you like Guild Wars, you probably would like RuneScape, and you'll probably also like BioShock, for example. I think that's fair to say. Because BioShock is literally like an FPS game where you use spells much like you use skills, so there's like some overlap. But I'm curious if anyone plays. I'm also doing... Too stupid to farm is so funny. He's the one that got that bank shield. Come PC some shit. Say hi to YouTube. He's hilarious. He chest runs with me sometimes. He's a cool dude. He's a bro. Hi YouTube. I PC things for him sometimes. So price checking is like, you're never going to be 100% accurate because you could ask 10 veteran traders who are on Legacy that have been playing the game since launch, like prices of things, and they'll give you ballparks. But what it actually sells for depends on what people are willing to pay. Okay, we got 2 Necros and an Ellie. That's better than having a Writ. So, what's the course of action here? Alright, here's what we're going to do. Shit. Oh, I might die. No! Alright. We should be able to stabilize, maybe. Okay. Wait, I'm Peter, 27 years old? What? He found a buyer that wants to buy it for 80 arm braces. But the dude's never online. Which sucks. Like that outcast shield he got. Alright, what do we got? Plagueborn Maul, not max. Merch food. There's no mod that could be on this. Oh, it's 15 over 52. But I mean, even a Q10 wouldn't be worth anything. Yeah, this one's my favorite, to be honest, for Shing Jea, because there's this cool snake thing. Yeah. But for price checking things, like I'll give people ballparks of like what it probably will sell for, but it's never going to be 100% accurate no matter the source you ask for it, because I was told that a shield would be worth like an arm brace, and then it sold for 15, and some dude PC'd it pretty accurately at 15 to 20. So like some people can be more accurate than others, but you have to try selling it and see who buys it, because if you get into a bid war, it can like any item can spike in a bid war. But if there's just a little bit of interest, you can probably just hold on to it for a bit, maybe sell it for a little bit more than what you're getting offers for. But if you get a rare OS item, do not sell it right away. List it on Legacy, try to get interest to get some offers in Commodon. Ask the opinion of people, try to befriend, like you can see here, Power Merch. Some people you shouldn't PM if they don't want you to, like, you know, don't be annoying, but you never know. Like, a lot of people are cool in this game, to be honest, so like if you message like a power trader, just try not to do it all the time, because they can get annoyed by it. But if you do it every now and then, it's not that bad. And obviously ask them if it's okay too. Like, don't just be like annoying and be like, oh, PC everything, please. Alright, check this out. Shit, they knocked me down. There they go. I was gonna move so that they get knocked down, but they knocked me down with a rage smash. Backfire. Oh shit, Lucas is fucked. Alright, let's get this. Let's get this going. Alright, I'm just gonna focus on these because these things are deadly. And they're already low, so might as well. Just all this AoE spam. I don't want to get hit with the slow explosion though. Just gonna meteor this one. I have a cockatrice, 2019. Cockatrice style. I actually like that skin on Mesmer. I might try to buy a 2020. Hit me up if you have a 2020 Dom Cockatrice staff. That doesn't matter what requirement, I'll buy it. Like, unless you're asking a ton for it and it's not even like if it's Q9 and you want like arm braces for it, I'm probably good on that. I'll buy like a higher rec one. Like maybe, I don't even know what it'd be worth. They're not super rare, just no one farms it. I don't even play on my Mesmer and has like 5 nice stabs. Like OS 2020s. It's kind of funny. Alright. Just have to finish up in this area and we're good to go, boys. There's a secret path over here, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Check that out. Let's look in the waters. Okay, I opened that. +5 armor. Alright, so we'll just do this, kill that. We'll draw some X's on here, like we're doing something important. There we go, draw some arrows. Make sure to draw arrows. When you're playing in groups, just start drawing arrows and lines on shit, just to let people know you're thinking tactically. Then they'll understand what it is you are doing. Primal Rage is so dumb. Okay. The hard part's over, so now it's just an issue of finishing up. That was bad. I should have waited a little bit longer for the 1 second cast, so you have to wait like a second. Because they'll just be out of it. Like you can use AoEs like this to that was also bad. Or maybe it wasn't, they're kinda running into it. Shadow form? Cool. I'll just hit something near you. Alright, let's do this correctly this time. I like how they go right for Taya. I just want to kill her fast. Alright, we're pretty much wrapping up here. Just killing these animals because they are diseased. It's a very relevant situation. I'll go watch it. Alright, we'll PC his items to finish up because it'll probably be funny. I want to see like what he's got. It only takes 2 minutes, don't worry. Oh man. Oh jeez. Alright, we'll try this. Whoops. Dang, they fucked up Lucas. He was my boy. Dang, he's really chasing him. I'm gonna kill this really quick. Alright, we'll just ignore that. It'll die on its own. I really like what they did with Bed of Coals. It actually used to hit around you, and I think it just hit adjacent too, so it wasn't even really that good, so you had to kind of like be next to the enemy. But the way they buffed it is insane, because now it's just like one of the best AoE spells in the game, and it combos so well with any form of knockdown. Just get a few of these coming in here. She called it a vile creature. That's funny. Let's lead him to his brothers. This one was not bad at all. Like, aside from those mesmers, like, I honestly thought this one was going to be hard because of the Ellies. Like, just the damage spam. I might try doing Winds of Change, or, like, seeing if I can at least get to Reiko with the Henchmen in hard mode. That's kind of an insane person's, well, an insane goal. We'll see if we can do it, just for fun. But obviously I'll start small, just Vanquishing. This should be the last group, I hope. Just aggro everything. So one thing that I just thought about, like, for Guild Wars is that, like, a lot of that content takes, like, 30 minutes to an hour, which is kind of crazy. Like, Vanquishing on average, like, if you don't have, like, speed clear shit and, like, an insane team comp, it can take, like, 1 to 2 hours per area. How much did this take? This is with Henchmen. 57 minutes. That's actually not bad. 57 minutes with Henchmen? Like, that's not bad. All right, so here's where we're at. Minister Chose is done. Kinya was hard. Pen Zhang was annoying. Kinya was the most annoying because of the Ellie boss. Sun Ko wasn't bad. Shaoxing Trail was okay. Zen Daijun I actually did vanquish. That was kind of annoying. Lagoon was painful because I did it during Cap Sun, and it was so rage-inducing. I had to cut most of the content because it was just me getting mad at the stupid healing burst healers, just spamming healing burst and nothing dying for like 30 minutes, and me just picking apart the massive army of Crimson Skull until eventually I had a breakthrough. I kind of wish I included that, but maybe I'll cut it up so like it's just like the interesting parts. But it was fucking nuts, dude. Like, it was crazy. I did Caps on hard mode with Henchmen. It was ridiculous. But all right, so yeah. Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see. Is he here? Where are you at? Here, let's see what items he wants me to PC really quick. Yes, okay. Meet me at main. Let's see. What do you got for me? I'm gonna like bank and sell some junk. Oh, there he is. Alright. Trade him. Sell my shit. Union Power. That's a funny name. Okay. $10E I buy now. Can you see this? Dude, I made a video for it. What the hell? 2019s are hard to sell. Unless you find it like a motivated buyer. What is this? 2010. What is he doing? Q9. Or 1 to 10E. Q9 Divine. Amber Staff. That's probably like 1 to 5 ectos. What is this? Oh. Wait, why does that look so weird? I think it's the text on top of it. A 2019 Q11. Yeah, almost no one buys 2019s. To be honest, I've had no luck selling them. Like I've had a few. People don't buy them. They just don't buy them. It's very hard to find a buyer because you can just get a cheap 2020 high rec. Like there's no reason. Like if money's an issue, just buy like a Q12 you'll get it for cheap. Like I got both of these for 10 ectos. A 2020 platinum Dom, which the only inscribable versions are not, like, it can't drop Dom for 10E, and then I got this 2020 Q12 Fire for 10E. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, just go to Legacy for shit like that, and it'll blow your mind. But yeah, you can get some nice staffs cheap. This bow staff cost me 5A, and I think I overpaid on that, but at the time I really wanted a bow staff, so it's my own fuck up. But yeah, thanks for checking out this video. This might be in one of the giveaways in the future as like the third item. It's like a 15/50 Q9 Plagueborn. They're worth around 30 to 60E, depending on how long you want to sell it for. It sells quick at 30E, but it's worth almost an arm brace, depending on how much patience you have. Some of these are weird, like 15 versus Hex to Oni Blade Q9, Q9 15 in a stance, Q9 15 -5 or -10 while attacking. I was just collecting these from chest running Reisu. I just got them, so I just held on to them. I might sell a bunch of these if I ever get enough as a set, like a collection of every Q9 with every mod for Oni Blade as like some super set. So like, what is this? People's Will, merch food. The focus isn't bad. Oh, let me switch. This is actually not bad. It's on a tribute. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this would sell for like 20. I don't know. It's hard to say with basic skins, because like you have to consider that basic skins produce on attributes because they can't roll off attributes, because it's only like this item is only a restoration item, so it's only going to roll for writ stats. If it's a multi-class, like a Plagueborn Scepter, for example, getting on a tribute is exceptionally rare. And honestly, the only time I've seen one is I got like a 20% water on water, but then it had like some dumb mod and basically was like worthless. I'm gonna show him some shit. these are 10E. Where is it? This one. What's this up? This must be fun. Alright. Thanks for checking this out, everyone. Definitely drop a comment. You can also suggest content like for me to do in Guild Wars, and depending on if I have the interest, I'll do it. So like, or just like voice your opinion on any of the things I was talking about in the videos, or whatever you feel like. You can talk about cats if you want. But yeah, thanks for checking this out. Definitely like and subscribe if you like Guild Wars content. I'm going to be doing more giveaways in the future. Like once I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to do a 5 arm brace giveaway. So yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in another video.